Last week, Ron needed to go through an inspection and do a buoy run to be able to stay in Honolulu State Harbor. We went diving at Electric Beach and hiking to the top of the volcano Diamond Head. We're in Hawaii as a stop on the way to Alaska and British Columbia.
So now we're going to walk up through the, what's it called, the pillbox hill. It's like a...
I think that's my socks.
Maybe it is. But now I have...
No, change, because I need them later.
Nah,
Yes,
nah.
yours are in there as well. Are you prepared for the hike?
I prepared for the hike, yes. So we're going to try the pillbox hike. Malin says it's 15 minutes to the top, but I highly doubt that. It looks much longer, but it's kind of muddy. So we'll see. It has been raining a lot the last couple of days.
Oh,
Like, hey,
15 minutes?
yeah.
Are we at the top?
Oh, we're not even halfway. But the view is nice.
Sweaty yet?
yeah.
Yeah, very humid. We reached the top. It took a little bit longer than 15 minutes because it was so steep. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, now the sun is coming out a bit.
Yes, finally.
Looks pretty expensive to buy a house down here. At least by the beach.
Lanikai is one of the most luxurious areas on the island and is popular among celebrities, such as former President Obama, which was raised on Oahu, Oprah and Rihanna. And Yuan is right, there have been houses sold here for the incredible price like $20 million. Oahu's east and west coast are divided by two volcanoes, Waianae and Ko'olau. The east coast, which is the windward side, has the trade winds blowing, but because of the high mountains, the clouds often get stuck here, making this side pretty cloudy. A little further up on the coast are the famous movie mountains that have been featured in Jurassic Park, the show Lost, and the movie Jumanji.
We're at the North Shore. We're trying to see some waves today, but we're out of luck. No sun, no waves, not a lot of rain today. Right now we're at some tidal pools.
I'm freezing.
And it's pretty cold actually today, so I don't think we're going in. What do you say, Malin?
Such bad luck. Now we have visitors. In Honolulu, the weather was nice, and we enjoyed the sunset from Waikiki beach. Johan's sister had now joined us, and we were at the beach to go surfing.
What are we doing?
We're gonna get surfing.
We are ready to go surfing. I have a 10-2 feet board. You guys have a little bit smaller. I'm gonna have the biggest one, this one I think.
Why are you going to have the biggest one?
Because I'm the smallest.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they said it was because we're beginners and maybe because I'm lighter, I weigh less.
Then you're gonna have the smallest one, you know.
Yeah,
Because
you're
I'm-
gonna have this.
Okay,
Because you're the biggest one.
So we're at the Balls. Was that it? The name?
I think so, yeah.
It's just next
At
by-
Waikiki.
It's just next by the marina, next to Waikiki. And we're gonna go out here and surf for first time in my life, first time in your life, your second time.
No, first time on a real board.
Okay,
I've only
and
been
Celia
buddy.
will be cheerleading. She will be our cheerleader. Look. Now Mike is here. Our instructor for the day.
Tell us, why are your boards so small?
Genetics. I've just been surfing for a long time. Got used to it. A little faster, funner, stronger.
All right, yeah. Surfing has a long history in Hawaii and has been a part of the culture for hundreds of years. It was considered a royal art or sport, and the common people weren't allowed to surf on the best beaches. The Big Kahuna, or Duke, is known as the one who introduced surfing in the US. He's seen as a legend here, and the big statue at Waikiki Beach is always decorated with lace, which is a symbol of affection. Mike is one of our followers, and he's been surfing for many years. He showed us some real aloha spirit, teaching us the basics in surfing, and then joined us out in the water.
Stand up.
Yeah.
You look forward, stay looking forward. Do like that. That's perfect.
It was so hard. It's not an exaggeration when they say that surfing is one of the sports that are the hardest to learn. There's a lot to think about, like where to look, how to stand up, and how to fall so you don't hurt yourself on the reef. Surfing is a sport you have to be 100% dedicated to be able to learn, and it takes a lot of time and effort. But it was fun, and we'll definitely try it out more.
Wow, that's a lot of work. My arms. Oh. It was fun.
I'm exhausted. After our anchor fell to the bottom of the ocean on our sail to Oahu, we had to bite the bullet and order a new one. Now it had arrived and it looked so big and shiny.
So dropping this anchor, it was literally money in the sea. So let's hope it doesn't happen again in the future, because it wasn't a nice expense buying a new one when you already had the same anchor. But we just had to buy this one. We really like the rock anchor. It's a great anchor, and of course, or not of course, but our anchor roller was built for this particular anchor, so we couldn't get another anchor.
Pearl Harbor is a US Navy base, and in 1941 the base and the island of Oahu got attacked by Japan. The surprise attack pulled the United States into the war, which would last until Japan surrendered in September 1945.
So in a couple of minutes we're heading out to the battleship Arizona, which is sunken during the attack here. So in the morning they give out 1,300 tickets for free, and because we're here early we got a couple of those. But it's not very expensive just to go to the Arizona. It's like $7.50. But the whole museum to see everything is $72 per person, so that's pretty steep. So we'll see, we're probably not going to see everything here. But I think we'll go and see the Missouri, the battleship, where they signed the Declaration of Peace between Japan and the US after the war. Tickets.
After the movie about the day of the attack, we went out to the boat to go out to USS Arizona. The memorial site is built on top of USS Arizona. When the ship got hit, it sank and 1,177 men sank with it. It was a moving experience to be standing above such a big gravesite. The ship was fully loaded with fuel, which has since the day it sank slowly been leaking into the bay. It was surprising to see that the ship still hasn't been sanitized from oil, 77 years after it sank. Estimates are that there is enough fuel left in the ship for it to continue to leak for another 500 years at the current rate.
The USS Missouri, or Mighty Mo, as it's also called, was the last battleship commissioned by the US. This is where the official surrendering of Japan took place, which ended World War II. The ship was launched in 1944 and was in active service until 1992, after the first Gulf War in the 90s. Her 9 main battery guns could fire a 1,200 kilo shell some 32 kilometers.
I imagine this boat is pretty safe in heavy seas. Look at that bow.
You want to take it out in a storm?
Yeah, in a storm. That would be cool. Pretty massive.
What's her job? She's on a lookout. Firing the canoes.
Fire control.
The ship had 1,851 crew members. Mighty Mo took part in the Battle of Okinawa in 1945. During the battle, a kamikaze Zero plane crashed into the ship. The damage was only superficial and the fire was brought quickly under control. Before Andreas was going back to Sweden, we surprised him on his coming 40th birthday. Mahalo for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, we'd really appreciate that. Check out our Instagram and Facebook for real-time updates. See you next week. Aloha!